Here we go. Ube 77. Well, let's see. It's time for an Alechine's defense, I think. Yeah, I played a French and a Sicilian. It goes with the main line. All right. And let's bring the knight out first. And then play d6. To give the knight a purchase on this square. Oh, he goes for the 4 knights. Wow. I mean the 4 pawns attack. Haven't seen that in a while. It seems it's a bit out of style. Okay. Do I get the bishop outside the pawn chain? He didn't develop his knight to f3, so I can't bring my bishop out and pin it, which is kind of a normal move in this circumstance. And I want to get in e6 here. The question is, does bishop f4 make any sense? Bishop f5, rather. He can play g4 because it's supported by the queen, and the bishop kind of gets squashed over there. Interesting play. Okay, well, we will check this out in the opening book later. But I want to get this in. So I blocked in my bishop for the moment, but we'll see if I can find a way to free it up. Maybe I should have looked for a waiting move there, since he played the knight out on the very next move. So maybe a pawn move like, I don't know, h6 or a6. And then when he brings the knight out, then I can pin it, and then I can follow up. But that also loses a tempo. But this way I've closed in my light squared bishop. So okay, he's going to go full on with the squash mode. Let's take here first. Then I wonder if the knight can come here. That's defended, and the knight might be trapped there. Kicks it. Where does it go? So bishop on f4 would have been good, except he always had that g4 push. Bishop f5, g4. So the knight goes back, and they'll see if these pawns can be undermined here. So that's castle. I get my bishop outside the pawn chain, so let's do that here. If he kicks it, I'm going to trade it for that knight. And maybe play something like c6. Threaten to take on d5. So c6 takes, I take. Yeah, let's trade here first. Let's have this check. Yeah, let's see how he reacts to the check. And I can hit the e-pawn. Just start ganging up on that e-pawn. Kind of a classical strategy. He can push the d-pawn forward because it opens up this diagonal towards b2. I take. He takes, I guess, or he takes here. I hit the bishop. Then he retreats the bishop, and then I can take again. Yeah, maybe it comes out about even. It goes that way. Okay, so that I was not as worried about because I kind of want this opening here of the F file. But it is true that after I move the knight, he can take on b7 again. Okay, what next? The queens are facing each other. Maybe he wants to trade queens. Or maybe he's just thinking about that, whether trading queens is a good idea. Give it a moment. I would play c6 and maybe bishop to e7 or queen to e7 and just start piling up pressure on that pawn. So he decided to trade. It's tempting. I mean, it puts the rook in that kind of forking position. His rook is loose on the back rank now, though, so maybe there's some way to exploit that. He just goes there. Okay, so let's not bother chasing that bishop. That's kind of a wasted tempo. What rook, though? Which rook? How's he going to defend it? He's going to defend it with the rook. So yeah, let's put this rook here. Ah, he's just going to trade. Okay, that's all right. So I have this skewer here, but I don't think it works. I think he can escape. Yeah, I should be careful, in fact. I should be careful. He can escape by counterattacking my rooks. Well, I can't go to c8 because the knight covers that square. He can escape by attacking my knight, or taking my knight, rather. Yeah, if I take back with the rook here, forking this bishop and this pawn, rook takes. He moves the bishop attacking my rook here, I guess. Rook takes, bishop here, rook here. Where does the bishop go? It runs away. Yeah, I think maybe I'll get the b pawn back. This way. Check is guarded. So if he wants to move the bishop and attack a piece, you know, kind of gain a tempo with the bishop, then bishop to c8 makes the most sense. Okay, let's grab this guy. Undermine that knight. Ah, that was his idea. He's going to get the bishop. Okay. So it'll be bishop versus knight and even pawn. So this should be a draw, I suppose. Maybe white's little better since there are pawns on both sides of the board, but no big deal. I wonder what he's thinking about now. I assumed he did that so he could take the bishop. If he doesn't want to take the bishop, you know, I can double on the 7th rank there. That would be good for me. But if he takes the bishop, it pulls my rook away from the 7th rank. Oh yeah, so he's just liquidating here. Is check on the back rank dangerous? I don't think so. Here, let's attack his pawn. Keep a little force on. Watch the placement of my pieces. Make sure I don't have too many things on light squares. You might like to do this check, but I've got that square covered 3 times. So he defends that way, yeah. That makes sense. So, not much to do here. Maybe give the king a little bit of lift there. The bishop and the knight are kind of at a standoff there. Well, if he wants to do that, I can gang up on the pawn. Yeah, so now I can bring my knight in. Where is a good way to do it? There, maybe. His bishop is not going to be stable on the b5 square because I can play a6. So check here. King comes up or goes that way. And then here or back here. Maybe here directly. Okay, maybe I should try and harass his bishop then. Get to this square. How can I get there? Not so easily, huh? That's the wrong direction. I'll start by playing the knight there. Getting it over towards the queenside action there. Let's see, the other way to do this is to attack the pawn directly. So here to there, here to there. Okay. That hits the rook. Oh, he's probably going to just pin my rook. I mean, pin my knight against the rook. Well, I can move my knight attacking his rook. He takes, I take. Then I can threaten to come back and attack more stuff. Okay, I didn't think that was all that helpful. So now he has to do something about knight to b4. Oh, now he can pin that way. I see. Before it was a problem because he couldn't Okay, let's attack his bishop. Then let's take it if he does that, because that leaves his his rook undefended. I thought he might do that. That's kind of why I played that move. This rook has no good moves. Yeah, okay, so he's going to try and pressurize the knight, but now I can unpin here. Okay, checks here and here. Yeah, let's just drop back for the moment. Keep my material. And where's a good square for the knight? Yeah, let's just take the pawn. Oh no, I can't just do that. Okay, let's go here to attack the pawn, see if he wants to trade. If he moves the rook away, I get the pawn. Otherwise, he trades, and I'm just a piece up in this endgame. Should be pretty straightforward at this point. Things are unpinned and back together. Okay, he resigned. So, interesting game. I'll check that out in the postmortem, especially the opening, see how you're supposed to play that one. The four pawns attack is a very aggressive way, but black is supposed to be okay if he plays it out correctly. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye.